Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
A British teacher, who was behind bars in a Thai prison for 5 months, has spoken out about the inhumane conditions of his cramped cell with 180 convicts. Jamie Morton, 30, had been living in the country as an English teacher, but soon after he decided to work illegally after his visa expired, he fell into a life of drugs and alcohol. In January 2019, Jamie was standing on a street corner and alleged he was surrounded by 8 people who whisked him away to Thailand's Immigration Detention Center, IDC. Describing the prison as a horrendous and a nightmare, Jamie explained prisoners were only allowed outdoors for 2 to 3 hours at a time. He claimed running water in the maximum security prison was sometimes so scarce, he would have choose between drinking water and going for a shower. Jamie was taken into custody for overstaying his visa, which in the East Asian country can result in fines, being arrested, and being held in an IDC, according to gov.uk. Jamie, who is an online coach from Birmingham, said, "I was young, living in Thailand and working illegally as a teacher. I got into the wrong crowd of people, and I ended up being taken in by undercover police. It was one of the most abhorrent things to happen to me in my life. It was a nightmare, the conditions were so inhumane and horrendous." Detailing his ordeal, Jamie added, "At first it is very intimidating, but over time you live in this community of people. You never know when your end date would be. It was very frustrating. In my little cell, there were probably 180 people. Someone who stole 5 mobile phones would be in the same cell as someone who killed 5 people. We might be allowed out for 1 to 2 hours a day and there was no air con." In May 2019, Jamie became a free man and was flown home to London, where said he was elated to be back on English soil. Upon his release, Jamie was given a 5-year travel ban to Thailand, which will be ending this year. "It was an amazing feeling to leave that prison, but I was not convinced until the plane took off," he said. "Once I arrived into the UK, I was elated to be back on English soil and see my family again." But he soon fell into old habits after arriving home, often heading down to the pub, but in September 2022 he decided to turn his life around and give up the booze altogether. "I started to get into some minor scrapes with the law when I got back and I realized enough was enough," he said. "I noticed everyone around me could happily go to the pub for 1 or 2 drinks and go home. I would be there till 2 a.m. and carry on the party. I could go out for 3 days straight." A month after kicking his bad habits, the online coach met his now wife, Faiza, and the pair tied the knot on August 15, 2023. Life is completely different for Jamie after his ordeal, as he now wants to steer young men away from his former lifestyle. He has since set up an online coaching business to train young men in fitness. "Being married has completely changed me, but I still have that temptation every day to go back to drink," he said. "I have a totally different life now, but I still have my moments where I contemplate and see if I could go to the pub for a few, but it is never a few. I am currently teaching fitness online from the basics to competition level. Now I want to teach young men how to swerve a drink.